You've been together for 7 years, married for 1 year and 3 months. You have 2 children together. You're in divorce court after almost a year. Ms. Sims, why don't you tell me why we're here today?
I'm here today because I feel that my husband has been cheating on me.
Oh, man. Hold on.
Wait, no. I'll give you that opportunity to respond. Why don't you tell me why you think he's cheated on you?
Well, first it started off with like text messages inside of his phone, messages on Facebook.
What did they say?
He was sitting there talking about how he wanted to wine and dine them, how sexy they are, how beautiful and stuff. He had some stripper girl that he was messaging, and she sent me messages with him telling her that I was just his best friend with benefits, his roommate, and that, you know, we weren't in a relationship. I've had my neighbors tell me that they caught him in the back of my house having sex with another girl while me and the kids were upstairs sleeping.
At the back of the house?
In the back of the house, yeah.
Bro, you bold. That's capital. That's a first-degree charge. You get life. That's life. Please tell me you respect your household more than that, bro. You gotta respect your household more than that. I'm gonna let my dog talk. But that's life.
Yes, Your Honor, in the back
Let
of
me
the
give
house.
Mr. Sims an opportunity to respond. Did any of that occur?
I'm a family man. We got basically 6 kids together, you know, with the kids.
Between relationships
Yes.
and all that, yeah.
I'm a loving guy. She's beautiful. None of this never occurred. She never seen none of this. Now, before, when she talked about strippers and stuff, that was before we was married. I know that was wrong. And wine and dining stuff with the friends of benefit, that was probably the
What
first
about the butt dial 3 weeks
week.
ago?
What happened with the butt dial 3 weeks ago?
He went to the store, and when he went to the store, he ended up.
What happened to the girl that he cracked in the back of the house? Y'all just not gonna talk about that? We just gonna let that go. Right on.
Pocket dialing me, and when he pocket dialed me, I heard him sitting there talking to another girl, telling her how sexy and beautiful she was, and how he had to go over there and holler at her, and how he wanted to take her out. And he has the weekends off and stuff, and that they needed to get together. And I ended up getting in my truck and trying to get down to where he was. But by the time he got back to the house and he was trying to tell me, oh, it was an old friend. I don't care if it's an old friend. You don't talk to me like that. So why are you telling another woman
Yes, I
how
do.
beautiful and sexy she is?
Mr. Sims, what's your response to that?
That is true, but I flirt with everybody. I mean, but that's
No, he
it.
does not.
Now, that was an old friend, so I told her you still look good for your age and stuff. Weekends, we can hang out. It wasn't none of that. Nothing past that, man.
Well, so it's your contention that since you've been married,
Yep.
we're going to give you the whole dating period, but since you've been married,
Yep.
you haven't cheated on
No,
her at all.
not
You
at
haven't
all.
had
Your Honor,
sex
he
with
tells
another
me-
woman?
Your Honor, he tells me all the time.
Hang on, let him
No.
finish. Okay.
Haven't even kissed the girl, no.
Nothing.
Nothing.
You may have flirted, but you're not touching nothing.
Not touching. I can touch this all day when I want.
Your Honor,
just-
every
she
time we
just-
get into a fight, he's always telling me that he has the next girl next door. He's
And
always
she
telling me
believes,
that
Your Honor, she believes all this. That's why I do it.
But Mr. Sims,
You hear her? Next door, backyard.
Mr. Sims, let me tell you something, what that does to a person. When you have an argument, no matter what it's about, she's going to say, I'm going to rip your world apart because we're not getting along. So when you tell somebody that, it's a very small thing to do. Do you have any daughters?
Yes.
Woe be unto them should they run into a man like you. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't do to her what you wouldn't want some dude to do to them. That's low. You got that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Sims, why do you think we're in divorce court today?
She doesn't trust me. She's like my mother or a warden. I got to print out my timestamps when I leave work. It shouldn't take you 40 minutes to get from here to here. You're at the strip club. I can't even hang out with my friends. She thinks there's a million women over there.
You don't come home until 5, 6 o'clock in the morning the next day when you get out of work at 11:30 at night. That's not acceptable. You're a married man.
Does that happen on occasion?
No.
Or does that happen a lot?
A lot.
No, once in a while.
A lot?
And if she's texting me while I'm at work trying to do my job, da-da-da-da-da.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If we married, you ain't coming home at 5 o'clock. I don't give a fuck what's going on. Man, it better have been a family emergency. Then I should know, but 5 o'clock in the morning, bro, y'all know after 2 ain't nothing open but legs. Everybody know that saying.
then I'll go stay out the night. But it's not like I'm doing anything that was jeopardize our marriage.
All righty. You say he flushed his ring down the toilet. Tell me, how did that happen?
Your Honor, this was like the final straw when we ended up separating. I ended up having him leave after this, but he was drunk and he was calling me a whole bunch of names. I was leaving him alone. I was inside the room. All of a sudden, the next thing you know, he just starts cussing at me, calling me all nasty names and stuff. So finally, I ended up coming to my breaking point, and I ended up lashing back out at him, and I ended up, talking my cussing words back to him and stuff. And that's when he sat there and said, "I don't need you. I don't want you," and took the ring off and went inside the bathroom and said, "This is exactly what you mean to me," and flushed it down the toilet.
Mr. Sims, what's your version of that event?
That is true. I did flush the ring down the toilet. I felt bad after I did it because I could have pawned it and got money for it. So, I mean...
What about your marriage, bro? Bro, a goofy. He too goofy for me. He don't take nothing serious. Yeah, I did feel that way, but then after that, I felt like maybe I should go back and then come back and flush down the toilet. Like, bro, what the fuck wrong with him? Keep doing all of that extra. Nah, bro. Nah, that's, to me, you too much in your bag. You too much in your bag, bro. If you feel like, all right, I don't want to be with her no more, whatever, fine and dip, bro. But all of this back and forth, yeah, I'm going to tell her that I'm having intercourse with the neighbor, and then she's going to assume that I'm having intercourse with the neighbor while the kids are down. Like, all of that, bro, that's their game. That's their game, man.
But it was over not disciplining the kids. The kids, how I was brought up with a Southern upbringing and stuff, you show respect to adults. So,
right.
I'm trying to, talk to them and then
How do you expect
basically
the kids to have respect?
Mr. Sims, I mean, you're shooting yourself in the foot on that one. If you're trying to show them how to have respect and then you disrespect her and you curse and you carry on and you throw things down the toilet, all of which are actions that you wouldn't want your children to take because they're childish and ridiculous and expensive and hurtful.
I'm not perfect.
Why would you do that? I'm not asking you to be perfect, but I mean, get off zero. Gee whiz. Gee whiz. Now, I understand, though, and I do want to make this term because I think it's very important. You are ill. You have been diagnosed with cancer.
Yes.
You're undergoing chemotherapy.
Yes, I am.
You say that Mr. Sims is less than supportive with respect to that. So I want to talk to you a little bit about, where you are, how you're doing, and why you feel Mr. Sims is not supportive in your fight.
Support that woman in everything that she do, bro. Cancer, shout out to all of the survivors and the cancer, whoever fighting out there, because that's... cancer.
Ms. Sims, why don't you tell me about your cancer diagnosis and how that's affected your marriage?
I got diagnosed again for the second time with stage 1 stomach cancer in August, a couple of weeks after my birthday, which was like right around the time me and him ended up separating. And I ended up starting my chemotherapy. I've been going through it by myself. I haven't had like support from him or really anybody but his cousins who took care of me. A few weeks ago, I went to go spend the weekend with him when we were still separated, and I was throwing up like excessively, and I couldn't control it. I was like in the bathroom for like over an hour. His cousin ended up coming to give me a pot and got me comfortable out inside the living room and was giving me ice packs and stuff to put on the back of my neck. And here he comes, drunk, as always, sitting there telling me, "You're so disgusting. Can't you go in another room with that? That's nasty. You're disgusting."
Mr. Sims, please tell me that's not true.
Nah, man. Your Honor, no.
Yes.
No.
Do you recall the incident?
Yes, but
How did it go? How do you say it went?
How I seen it go was she was throwing up. My cousin did do that, but I did say, you should just go to the bathroom. Sometimes when she is sick, with me being the only person that works and stuff, I do feel I can't, I should be a little more, have more sympathy or try and console her more, but I can't get sick because that's where the income's coming from. So
you can't catch cancer like a cold.
No, I didn't say cancer. Now cancer, that's different.
But you're saying I can't get sick. Why can't you?
No, I mean, Your Honor, I mean when she has like regular other colds, but with the cancer, I'm always at work when she goes to do her treatments and stuff. That's the times I guess she can go where I haven't.
When you come home, are you supportive? Are you behind her? How you feeling? Can I get you something? Am I there? Do you hold her? Do you tell her it's gonna be all right? Anything?
Not that, not the holding part, but when I come home, most of the time she's asleep, and when I come into the house after working 8-10 hours, I usually just walk into a dirty house, you know, with everything, dishes all over the place. Now I can't even get her a home-cooked meal. And she wants me to hold her?
Shame on her.
And she wants me to hold her?
For going to chemotherapy, having her guts wrenched out. Shame on her that she can't get up off there, stop throwing up long enough to make you a meal. Who are you?
Well, I'm supposed to be.
I mean, it's just sad. I mean, your very presence makes me, it saddens me. The scope of your love and the breadth of you have no grace.
No, I do.
You have no kindness.
I don't have kindness.
Coming up late.
No, he doesn't.
No,
it's just like when I had the miscarriages.
Yeah. Ooh. If you were sick, wouldn't you expect her to do for you?
She does. No, she does, Your Honor. I'll tell you that. She does.
Oh, I'm sure she does.
She does.
I'm sure she does, because she's a good person.
Yes, she is.
I'm asking you, you know?
Yes,
Doesn't
she's
that
a great
embarrass
person.
you at all? That you have a woman going through something that's earth-shattering, and you not coming in like Superman a little bit?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
you're right.
You're coming
right.
in like Mighty Mouse.
You're right.
What's up with that?
Hey.
And she came through for you, and you can't come through for her, bro. I be telling y'all, don't get caught slipping. If you not playing Superman, there's 1,000 Superman outfits out here. They got one. You can find the size. It might be one size fit all. Just because you ain't the Superman don't mean that it ain't another one floating around out here. Yeah, I don't know how long they've been rocking together, but yeah, bro, he just seems selfish. And I get it. I understand after you work and you come home, you want to clean. But shorty going through chemo right now, bruh. She going through chemo. Now, I've never gone through it, I'm sure. Well, I don't know. He probably never gone through it. We don't know what it's like to go through that. We don't know what it's like to go through that. But from reading and researching and, like just talk to her and see how she feeling. Just talking to her, you should be able to understand, like, bro, she fucked up right now. She fucked up. And if she throwing up, bro, hey, she can't control that. Like, that's the thing with a cancer, bro. You can't control that. Don't nobody just wake up and say, hey, please give it to me today, talking about the cancer. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious. Like, nobody wake up and just be like, all right, cool, the day that I wanted. Nah, that was something that was out of her control, bro. That's what they mean, how it go in a marriage? For sickness or through sickness and health, ups and downs and all of that. Yeah, that part right there. That's crazy, bro. That's selfish and distasteful.
Hey, I guess that's why I'm here, you know?
I understand you had 2 miscarriages.
Yes, I did. Before
And
we
you
had
say he
our
wasn't
son.
supportive during those either.
What?
No, he was not.
Oh, man.
No, he
I
was
wasn't?
not. No, he was not.
Yes, I was.
Elijah,
I
I was
was-
in the hospital for 2 weeks.
And I had
the second miscarriage I had put me in the hospital for 2 weeks. I ended up hemorrhaging, okay? So they had to give me blood transfusions and antibiotics and
Yeah,
whole
it was
9
just a
yards.
lot, yeah.
You would think that he would be coming up to the hospital to be with me, like
had the
knowing
kids.
everything that was going on. The kids were at school. So that's not an excuse. My daughter was in daycare. My other daughter was in school. He could have came up during the hours that they were in school. But no, he didn't do that. My brother ended up calling him up and cussing him out and telling him he better get up to the hospital.
Mr. Sims, in 2 weeks, did you
No.
not manage to see your wife?
Nope, I don't recall none of that. See, this is where the victim and all that craziness comes out.
Victim?
No. She could play that real good, that role. No, Your Honor.
I don't think it's a role.
No.
I think when you have 2 miscarriages, two
I was
bouts
there.
of stomach cancer,
But no, I'm there. Most of the time, I'm there.
You
I'm
were
the
not
only
there
one that's
for me.
there. Because she doesn't have no family, and if it's not me, it's anybody out of my family that's around to support her. Not even her own blood family. So I don't understand when she's coming with all this stuff.
So
saying I'm
you
never
went
there.
to the hospital?
Oh, yes. I've been in.
He
I would bring
went
the
to the
kids.
hospital one time for the 2 weeks
No,
that I was there.
no.
One time. The
No.
second time he came was when I was getting discharged with his cousin for his cousin to bring me home.
No, but I always had the kids, too. And I would bring the kids up there to see her.
Okay. I'm begging you, Mr. Sims. Give me a reason to like you. Say something.
No.
Give me something. What you've done for her. How you.
She
something.
says, Your Honor, she says selfishness. No, listen. When I get paid, I let her do what she wants. She gets money. I buy whatever she wants. She never has. Oh, I don't have clothes.
When's
I don't
the
have
last time
this.
you done all of that for me?
When I let you get the card to go on there, Amazon or whatever you was on, you got all these lingeries and all these outfits. You
With
wore them
my
probably for a
tax
month.
money.
You wore it for about a month. That was it. The car, I just bought her a car.
Is he a good provider?
To a certain degree, yes. But then to another degree, no, because majority of the time he will spend his money on himself, like his Xbox or his video games or his drinking, like
Well, what do you spend?
alcohol
What do you spend the money
every
I
day.
give to you
Mr.
for?
Sims, please.
Oh, so.
I end up getting like Social Security disability for myself. And with that money, I'm the one paying for the rent, the bills, and the household items. And he will
Does she
help out.
pay the bills with her Social Security or SSI?
Listen, her $700 to my $2,000 a month I make. I don't. My $2,000 goes into the house.
1,300. And that's like another thing. You're always downgrading me, talking about like, oh, I make more money than you.
And because I pay for everything, and you always ungrateful.
Yeah,
You always want.
how do you
don't
pay
do this.
for everything?
What do you mean she was ungrateful? How did she demonstrate that she was ungrateful?
Because whenever I do it, like I pay Renaissance every week or whatever, it's never, oh, babe, thank you. Oh, this is just mine. Oh, you got the TV. The TV's paid for. My TV. Just like when I got the car. My car. Everything is my, and it's coming out of my pockets.
Oh, why shouldn't it be my TV
so
when you
everything
broke
is hers.
my TV and had to replace it? Like, you punched my
Her
TV.
kids need anything, I provide for everybody in the house.
He does not buy stuff for my daughters like he does for his kids. That's not true.
And I don't like the fact that you said her kids. If y'all together and y'all married, bro, that family is integrated. I hope that's a word. Y'all don't cook me in the comments, but yeah, y'all all done just became one, bro. That's what you signed up for. I'm not really sure if people, I'm not going to make it a specific sex agenda, but I'm not sure if people really understand the meaning, like what happened when you join union. Like when you join a union with another person, man, you inherit their damn credit, their bad credit if they got credit. Damn, chill. I gotta chill. You inherit that bad credit or that good credit. You inherit, man, y'all together. Y'all one now. Y'all a union. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, bro. I just didn't like, oh, her children. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Kids, well, I got the kids with you, the two boys.
The two boys.
And my daughter, what? She gets child support taken out. So.
Well, in your paperwork, you said, I admit that I am selfish when it comes to money. I know I need to work on it, but I don't deny it.
Well,
yes, I do buy myself games. I work hard for my money so I can splurge on things I want. That's what you said.
After the bills and stuff are paid, why can't I?
He only pays the rent-a-center bill every week, Your Honor. That's it.
Who pays the rent?
She
I
does.
do.
She pays the
Who
rent.
pays the gas and the light bill?
That's
I
coming
do.
from me. I let you hold my card, so it's coming from somewhere.
I
You
do.
can't pay all. Your Honor, now? If you add up all these bills and her Social Security, if you look at $777, you can't pay how can you pay the rent is $750? So how are you paying all this other stuff with no money?
So you are contributing.
Of course.
He contributes to himself. That's it.
Oh, I know what's happening here. I understand where he does contribute some, but he's all about him before he's about anybody.
To a certain
else.
degree. To a certain degree.
I get it.
Oh,
I've been
no,
here
Your Honor,
listening to
no, no.
I've been here listening to you.
I hold the fort down. I like to think I hold the fort down.
You don't, because your wife wants to leave. And if you were holding your fort down, if you were being the man, if you were being the solid center of your house, if you were being a stand-up guy, a woman who's in chemotherapy for cancer wouldn't want to leave.
Yes, it's probably because I don't express my feelings and emotions to her like I'm supposed to.
It's a bit more than that. And the fact that you don't see it is sad. Sims, you are a beautiful, strong woman. And you're going to be fine. No matter what he does, you're going to be okay.
Thank you.
You're intelligent. you're a solid person, and I got a lot of respect for you, and I wish the best for you in your current fight with this cancer. I want you to whoop its ass. You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
For sure.
Just whoop
For
it.
sure.
I got a nephew. We call him 3-Pete because he beat it 3 times. So, you know, just go in there and work it out, Mr. Sims. I'm begging you to be a better man.
I hear
She's
you.
got children. She's got stress. She's got cancer. And she has no care and no love. And you stood over there while she was crying and never looked, didn't bother you, didn't give her any, like, wow, that's my wife, that's my woman, that's the mother of some of my kids. And you gave her, you didn't even glance at her because you're all about you. And you got to get off that constant you button and think about her. Your children are only as stable as the mother that holds them. Now, she needs to be stable, and you're the man that has to deliver. You got to stop drinking and throwing stuff down the toilet and telling her you're going to leave her and flirting with other women and act like you've got some sense. Man up a little bit. Any 2-year-old can be selfish. 2-year-olds say me all of the time. You're only a man when you can put me second and put somebody else first. Why don't you try it?
Yes.
God bless you. No matter what happens, you keep it stepping, you keep it moving, you will be fine. This matter is adjourned. Be a better man.
Latricia says he has been trying hard, but they've got a long way to go. Drinking less and promises more support as she starts chemo. Man, I'm thinking that's the whole point of the marriage. That's the whole point of everything. We supposed to come together, join union, do things together, be together, grow together, make a lot of fucking money together, make a boatload of money together. And, of course, nothing is going to be perfect. You're always going to have your ups, downs, your rights, your wrongs, and all of that. That's not going to go nowhere. But at the end of the day, bro, as long as we're on the same team and we getting it done, who cares? Who cares? It don't matter if goddamn Russell Westbrook and KD had to practice the pick and roll 50 times, but when they got it the 51st time, they found what worked for them. You got to find what worked for you. Whatever worked for y'all, just stick to it. Just stick to it, but that's the small part out the way. The big, bro, as far as selfishness, it bothers me. It bothers me. I couldn't be in a relationship with a selfish person. Because you always going to feel like you're doing more. You always going to feel like you're being taken advantage of. You always going to feel like, what's the word? I don't want to say like low or beneath anybody or nothing like that. Resent. You always going to feel a little bit resentful. Like, damn. Or have that thought in the back of your head. Like, I wonder how things would be if this motherfucker wasn't around. I'm telling you, I said it on the last video. Everybody started to take inventory at some point in time. Now, your wife in the room next to you, and your wife in the room with you, she throwing up because she going through chemo, and you going to tell her, going to the bathroom, I don't need to hear that right now. And I also get where he coming from. Hey, I got to go make this paper so we can keep the household out here and everything like that, but as a man, bro, you just thought it's just a dirty job. It's a dirty job. You don't really get a whole lot of thank yous. And ladies, this exclude y'all. Y'all ain't even got here this part. But you don't really get a lot of thank yous. Your phone start to ring a little less and less every year. Shout out to all of my dogs who still call. OG Brody from the Noti who don't send text, James, GIFs, memes, or emojis. My dog Chris Earl. Shout out to my dog, Nick, everybody, because I'm telling you, the older you get, the less and less it happens. I'm just saying as far as like, what I just said, bro, but he was just selfish. He just made it seem like if it wasn't about him or if it didn't benefit him, he really ain't care. For me, that's a dangerous person. That's a dangerous person because my thing with it is my health don't matter. My well-being don't matter. And I'm not going to go over the top and say, well, maybe the children don't. I'm not going to say that. But it just leave you in a position where you feel like you got your back against the wall, like your back against the wall. And especially if she ain't had no family support herself from her own family, then it's like, damn, well, I'm really out here thugging, doing it all by myself. And again, that probably could have been a reason why she did stay or why she wanted to stay, because she didn't have nowhere else to go. That could be a possibility, but either way you look at it, bro, however you want to spin it, bro just seemed goofy. He seemed goofy, selfish. He ain't really care about her like that, like that. Now, I don't know if they been together so long you got comfortable, but yeah, like I said, bro, it's 1,000 Superman outfits. They got the one size fit all. Just because you ain't got your cape on and you ain't doing what you supposed to do to her, don't mean that somebody else won't. Trust me, I promise you. Y'all appreciate y'all for liking that other video. Don't get caught slipping. Y'all be tripping, man. The comments, y'all be tweaking in the comments, bro. But I love y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for checking out the content. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that video. GTG, the family as always is love. And we out.